SK Telecom's loss, you'll notice, was quite a few best-of-3s ago. We're talking about 7 best-of-3s.
Griffin didn't want to reset their mental. Their mental was in a fantastic spot, Papa Smithy, and that last point as well I think is really important because that's going to be our key matchup. Tarzan has been playing a lot of scaling jungle, as you saw in the highlight reel there. The Nocturne is a big one because a lot of teams have been permabanning Kalista against Teddies. There are a lot of contested champions that can flex between both top and mid lane is, oh, don't do it to me, Faker. I know he's been playing so much of it.
You're not going to first
solo
round
queue.
it. It's actually a really bad first round with Shen already locked in here, but it's a great half focus Faker, of course. Notably, had played a lot of it.
Here we go.
He's going to jump on his LeBlanc. This is a matchup that is tending towards Zoe recently. We had it played at a very high level yesterday. But I'm so interested to see Sword's approach.
Wow.
And actually, he goes for an oldie, but not necessarily considered a goodie on patch 9.4.
Remember the last time we saw Griffin? It was a patch ago, so maybe.
Wow. Notice the Kalista.
Yeah.
Not Kalista, I say Kai'Sa has gone for press the attack. We don't often see this choice on Kai'Sa. The reason why it's relevant is that Tristana, with lethal tempo, can get up those stacks of the E very, very quickly. The explosive.
And also this one, that's a little bit closer. Paddlestar is going to knock Faker into his passive. Yeah, but that's absolutely fantastic heads-up play to make sure that they can.
That was actually super heads-up by Armada.
This is just huge priority being acted on here for SKT, and I can see rubbing your hands together, Papa Smithy, because we certainly have a series on our hands. Umbral dash is enough to get through the wall as Cleared gets the kick. Flash Chovy, resonating strike is in there, picks up a flash though, and gets himself out.
As any member of SKT.
Yeah, exactly right. We'll actually give a huge power spike, like you say, so should be able to lane much more effectively. At the moment, we're not going to be able to check that one as Sword could be in potential trouble as Khan's going to dash on forward, but doesn't get the sweet spot knocker.
Tarzan actually doesn't know this has stayed leashed on the top side. It's, of course, a possibility.
Where have SKT been strong? It's early. Not necessarily Griffin's MO, as they're going to start right now. Aatrox does have the World Ender, but Sword is going to put him in the grinder. That position is not where you want to be. He does use the flash to try and get out of the way, and that's just not quite long enough on the corrosive charge, and Khan gets away.
And you love the prize fight feel we have in Lol Park. Even Rift Herald's being claimed, are being cheered by the SKT fans. The items starting to finally come together. Infinity Edge is done for Viper, which is a relevant power spike. They're onto the Mountain Drake here. Will we see our first contest? Urgot lies in wait.
Yeah, SKT definitely want to get this double stack of Mountain Drakes. They are going to pick up the aggro. It is going to be Teleport coming in, answered immediately, but it's an earlier one for Griffin, who want to get this team fight working. It's a fantastic stopwatch in the backline. Teddy dives into the back of the pit, but has to immediately exit. Somehow cleared. He's going to stay alive, and it's going to be Braum that picks up the first blood. But Griffin are still fighting. Khan has the World Ender, and he's going to be okay. Faker limps away from this fight, but he's on the wrong side of the map, and that's going to be the W landing from Viper. Doesn't have the ultimate, remember, so can't actually follow. That's going to be just Marta picking up a kill, and SKT still hungry.
Wordless communication is the famous meme about Griffin, but they just go straight all in to try to take him down. Stopwatch value, massive in this particular fight. Turn onto Chovy is the call from SKT, and that's where the kick is. Where the kick is kind of just get the damage in there, keep Zoe in the fight. Zoe goes down, kill credit to Braum. Mountain Drake goes to Griffin. Now both teams have quite a lot of Baron threat as the game goes on.
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of stopwatches remaining as well. There are broken ones in the hands of both of these junglers, as SKT may have found Sword. Good knockup comes down, has to flash to get himself out of the way. Faker gets hit by that trouble bubble, but I think he's in out of range. It's Clid gonna get the flash, but Supercharger's there for Viper, and he gets himself out of the way. Made Clid look a little bit silly, but that's just incredible Twitch reaction.
And that's just a micro outplay getting something. Finally something has gotten us. The flash from Clid, and now Viper gets to be 100% confident that with that backline access gone, front evil pace, it is struggling. People like Khan can walk up and get free damage.
Yeah, it's a great knockup, but a good spell shield there from Tarzan gets him out of the way. Viper does want to be aggressive as Sword's looking for the flanking play, but Lehens almost just dies from one round from Faker, and Sword, he has to back away. This is Infernal Drake to SKT, guaranteed, and they're not going to lose anything.
And this is what happens when you have map control. Everything goes right and you can contest, else SKT getting them down to 3 items on both AD carries. There's no more waiting from Griffin. We don't think they have an insanely massive scaling advantage, and they pull the trigger.
Oh, Paranoia's coming in. Sword gets into a great position with the flash. gets Faker out of the way. Distortion even further as now the Trouble Bubble lands onto Khan. The re-engage though from SKT is Sword. Very, very low. Stopwatch keeps him alive. Spirit's Refuge from Lehens as he's buying so much time in the backline. The flash forward Marta doesn't get it as the Purge Shield comes up for Sword. Now Khan with his stopwatch gets himself out of this fight, and there are no kills just yet. This is just ridiculous. Just Lehens falling.
Chovy chasing.
As Chovy, looking for it. Faker's going to stay alive. Guardian Shield is going to help even more as the Guardian Angel is going to be in there, and now Sword looking for the backline. Where is he going though as Khan? He's over the wall. He's backing, and now Chovy might be in trouble. Oh my goodness, Teddy grabs it with the explosive charge, and now Khan cancels his back lid, gets on in there, Infernal Chains, gets the pullback, and the Urgot could be going down. 4 kills looking to be on the line now for SKT.
They're able to pick up 3 kills in a single fight. SKT rout in terms of the kill score. Tristana will go back. Love the re-engage from Teddy. So aggressive and bold on the back end to assassinate Viper. A long, crazy fight that's restarted a couple of times. We go all the way to the beginning. It's all about a flank timing. They know they can get Tarzan and the Shen and Urgot into the back line, but because they've got nothing started in this game, they don't actually have the bangs behind to get the first kill. And then it looks like it's going to be a trade of Lehens and Khan. Khan goes in as a 1, Lehens in the backline as a 1. You would have given the advantage there to taking out the top laner rather than taking out the support, but the stopwatch at the end actually immunes the fear beyond death. And then we think, okay, now surely it's over. But it's never over when it's SKT versus Griffin. Chovy, watch the health bar here. He falls to single-digit health, but only the little shield from Lee Sin.
Marta for the Guardian Shield.
And the Lee Sin, I believe, also. Got the W in on there. Sword comes with the flank. Teddy smartly knows Sword is out of position and is all-ins on Viper. 2 autos and the explosive charge and not to pick up the kill. SKT, they use their early gold league. They don't over-respect Griffin's penchant for great mid to late game team fighting. They just focus on the game that's here today, and it's a game they're winning.
Yeah. And it was absolute finesse in this team fight as well. Clear calls for the turnaround. Just amazing stuff. We're already into a fight. Klid's going to get taken down here by Viper as Griffin are looking to turn this game around. That's a great Trouble Bubble landing on Marta, but he stands behind Teddy as they're going to try and go back for this one. Khan does find Tarzan on the back end, but the fear is going to tether. Marta goes into his stopwatch, but remember, it's a 4v5. Guardian Angel does go down as now Khan dives into the front line. Faker can't find his way in. Griffin lose some health bars, but otherwise, it's a positive trade.
It's a really notable moment. Look at the gold lead right now. It's 6,500 gold. It would have been 7,000 plus as that fight started. And Griffin found an advantage, a 1-0. We're going to have to see the replay to understand. There was a lot of meanwhiles it turns out, in
absolutely.
This one. We're going to go back to how this might happen. So the Baron is something that happened off screen, and this is just loading in there. So it's a kill against Baron, still obviously a big advantage, SKT. But we know Griffin will pull the trigger. They don't need introductions. They don't care about Baron buffs. They get a single Baron buff, but it's not actually a relevant one.
Can't quite get to this fight, but they are going to break open the base. SKT, it took them a while. They don't even have the Baron buff yet, but they do break open the top side.
Yeah, one chance is Griffin, or this game is over, Atlas.
Exactly right. Tarzan hasn't pressed the R button yet. Chovy hasn't landed the bubble that he wants, and Sword is basically out of this fight. Griffin needed to start something, but then their top laner lost all of his health bar. He's going to be standing on this ward here for Griffin as he does sidestep. Chovy's not landing the bubbles that he needs to, and speaking of which, Sword's going to take so much damage. Garbo Stoneplate, is it going to be enough to actually keep him alive? As here's the re-engage. Tarzan dives into the backline, but Teddy is going to be able to kite him out. Sword is out of this fight, he's got no health. And the kickback just for the disengage. The grinder is going to come in, but there's a GA, and now Griffin do regroup. They do get themselves together as that taunt onto Khan was exceptional, and now Teddy going to get knocked up. Lehens destroyed in the backline, and it's actually Teddy that throws the auto attack. Now Chovy taking damage, and the Tristana with 2 kills in this fight should be able to help destroy the Griffin base.
Force Griffin into lose-lose scenarios. Sword is half health before this even starts. He's Urgot. You know, that's something that's tricky to do even after the nerfs. They have to re-engage here, otherwise Urgot dies for free. And then it becomes all about zoning, all about how many abilities we have to respect when we go in or when we fight back. Khan sniped out there is the only reason this was even competitive, as it's allows Griffin to play front-to-back team fighting more than they should have, given the balance level. By the way, picture-in-picture is an Elder Star. It ends up being pretty even, more than Griffin deserved. Now we're on Elder. Can they pull a rabbit out of a hat?
Yeah, it looks like they're going for this 50-50. Sword's going to come in with the smite. Paranoia does come down. Who's going to get it? It is going to be the Urgot as now SKT have to fight with this disadvantage, but they still want it. It's still so much damage as Tarzan is torn apart. He still doesn't have his GA back up again, and SKT are going to have the man advantage. Good stun is going to come down. Stand United, not enough as Chovy is eradicated on the back end, and now Lahens, he's relegated to just trying to buy time for Griffin. Another double kill for Teddy.
It's an emergency Elder Dragon just because they know with no map control, no inhibitors, they're going to lose it anyway. Unfortunately, that means SKT just take the fight. They make the right decision. They stand up to the Elder Drake, and they might just end the game right now.
Yeah, they're looking to. They will break open the base in all 3 lanes first, as this minion wave is going to conga line forward. Void Seeker often has to be respected, but not this time. It's 40 minutes. It's a level 18 Tristana. Only a few auto attacks, and these Nexus turrets are going to be history, and SKT may have made history now against Griffin. The second map that this team has ever taken from the Young Guns, and the Nexus will go down. SK Telecom are victorious.
SK Telecom T1 to the huge roar of Lowell Park will win game number 1. Like you mentioned, they double the best of 1 losses that Griffin have taken this season, but Atlas even bigger than that. They watched on yesterday as magic happened here, and finally we saw Jinner find their first victory, and you know what they said? They said double or nothing. We're gonna come in and mean another meaningful moment happens this week. They want to be the first team to beat Griffin.
No matter what. So stats are going to be up on your screen, of course. Teddy decimated in the damage done, and you can see this goal graph. If we saw this in a lot of other games, we would have started talking about other things. The podcast would have began, because this looks like a pretty elementary victory, but the way SKT did it and the fact that it's against Griffin made it so